Hello and welcome to another edition of Out and About. This week I'm at Dishforth Airfield in North Yorkshire. The reason I'm here is to witness a record-breaking attempt for the Guinness Book of Records. And what they're going to do today is to sew together the world's largest blanket. So let's have a wander around and see what we shall see. After walking across the airfield for a couple of minutes, I am now standing inside hangar number 5. And what a spectacular sight! The whole floor is covered in one big blanket. Are you going to ever talk to me?
If you like.
Oh, cracking. I can get quite comfortable here, you know.
Actually, some of the thicker bits are lovely to lay on, because it's double here, you see.
How long have you been actually working on it?
Since yesterday morning. We arrived first thing yesterday, worked until midnight.
Did you? Really?
And then we've just come back 8 o'clock this morning.
Oh,
but before that, a lot longer. I've made up 60 blankets on my own. 60
blankets on
your
own?
Since Christmas. I think it's probably perhaps more than 60, but it's 60 when I stopped counting. And then a lot of them, we actually stitched the blankets together in long strips and rolled them up. So a lot of them were ready to just roll out and start stitching. Together. So it's been a mammoth task of organising and collecting things together.
And what will you do with yourself when you finish this?
I don't know. My life's been dominated by blankets for so long. It'll be life after the blanket, I think. Perhaps get down to knitting some jumpers instead.
Your name is Gloria Buckley.
That's right.
What part have you in all this?
Well, I'm a National Committee member of the Knitting Crochet Guild. I'm also coordinator of the Blankets for the World Appeal.
It's a marvellous thing you're doing, isn't it?
Yes, I think it's great.
And do you know what size you've got to beat?
Well, roughly approximately half the size of a football field.
Half the size?
Half the size of a football field.
Well, this must be bigger than that already now, isn't it? It's massive, isn't it?
Well, it is massive, yes. It's extremely difficult when you're making it, because you're working, as you can see, we're actually quite limited with the accommodation around. We've filled out every available space.
It's even turning back on itself now.
It's turned back 110 foot.
Has it? And once today's over, they're going to split it up into smaller blankets, aren't they? That's going to be a job in itself, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to take hours.
Would you like to help?
We might do. Is somebody coming today from the Guinness Book of Records?
No, they don't actually attend, but we have got 4 verifiers.
I see.
Four independent people. We've got the major from this regiment.
Yeah.
And then we've got a member of the Hand Knitting Confederation. We've got the chairman of our guild for the methods that we use. And then we've got a founder member too.
And that's enough proof, is it?
That's enough proof. They're quite happy that we've got a 4 covering everything. Yes.
Well, I wish you all the luck in the world, and let's hope we've done it.
Thank you very much. Just let's hope we have.
Where are we rolling to? Where are we going to?
As far as we can go.
It's good exercise, isn't it, this?
Oh, God.
You've gone around the corner.
I think that might be the best way, actually. Yeah, it'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
why not? It's
I bet you're tired, aren't you? You've been up all night as well.
5:15.
5:15?
When I left here.
You're not in a very straight line, are you?
I am not drunk.
You're not drunk?
Oh, gosh, I didn't know. I am not drunk, no.
Where do you come from?
South Wales.
South Wales?
Just outside Cardiff.
That's a long way, isn't it?
About 270 miles.
Yeah.
But,
do you play football at all?
no.
Oh, well, you're doing ever so well there. Where do you live, Eleanor?
Walkingham.
That's a long way, is it? Is that a long way away?
Quite a long way.
Is it? Did you come this morning? Did you?
Straight after breakfast.
Oh, you had some breakfast. I didn't have any breakfast.
Yeah.
So you can imagine how hungry I am. Now, what I really want to know, on a lot of these blankets it says yours.
Yes.
What is that for? What is it? Is it?
There is a magazine called Yours.
Ah.
It's a magazine which is read basically by the over 55s, I think.
An elderly, yeah.
And they have been very, very supportive. They put a note in that we wanted 6-inch squares, and it's been absolutely overwhelming because we've had the whole, from all over the country, people have been sending 6-inch squares in envelopes, perhaps 20. And they put little notes in to say, I'm an 82-year-old who's housebound or something like that, and it's been absolutely wonderful.
Lovely.
And then we have sewn them together in the Guild.
It's a marvellous achievement, isn't it, really?
It is. You may see some little tickets, look here. People have made blankets, but if they want them back to go to their own particular...
Oh, I see.
Like this lady, well, everyone she's done no end, and everyone she wants to go to the Salvation Army. So they'll all be repacked up and sent to the Salvation Army, you see?
So they put their own label on to
you
go
put your
back
label
to...
on. Yes. As long as the label is attached,
The Salvation Army.
it will go to the charity of a person's choice, or the old people's home.
Yeah, good. Hello, and you are Margaret.
Yes,
Margaret O'Mara.
That's right.
What exactly have you done towards this then?
I've made a number of blankets. I've made lots of squares for the Nottinghamshire and the Derby part of the Knitting and Crochet Guild. And we seem to have...
So what are you actually doing? You're doing a square about this size?
We're making bed blankets.
Yeah.
If you have a look at this one here, you can see this pattern. It goes, what,
To
6
there.
by 4?
Yeah, yeah.
And then they'll all be taken apart again and sent off to different charities.
Now what are you doing here? Under here is another layer.
Under
so
there,
the actual thing is double really,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
double back on itself because the hanger's not large enough.
How far you got to go?
Meet the lady coming too.
To Margaret?
Yes,
Oh, Right.
Yep. Just meet someone and then you go and start elsewhere.
Well, what gave you the idea for all this?
It was Gloria's idea.
Was it? But it's marvellous, isn't it?
It's incredible.
And what's your name?
Liz Gillett.
Liz Gillett, yeah.
Yes.
And how long have you, from the very beginning, the idea, how long has it taken to get this far?
18 months.
As long as that, 18 months?
Because the launch was January 92.
Yeah.
But we'd been planning it since the October before that.
And what are you going to do when it's all over?
Sleep. Tidy the house, answer letters, cook.
Right now, you two have been wandering around doing nothing.
We've been up till
We were here till
5
5
this
o'clock
morning.
last night.
No, she said this morning, you said last night.
Well, it's this
We're
morning.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Have you worked on it then? You've actually worked
Yeah.
on it? Are you pleased now that it's all achieved? Do you think they'll do the record?
I think
yeah.
so. So put an extra bit in.
They've left Jenny's blanket off, so we put that
So we
in.
put that bit in
it's just
extra.
over the record.
I say it's massive, isn't it? I'm waiting to see the size of the bed. Right.
Oh no.
See now then. Are you going to sing a song for me?
No, I can't
You
sing.
can't sing? Why can't you
No.
sing?
We
Go
cannot
and give us a
sing.
little song.
We can't
Not
sing
sing.
anything.
No.
We're not a family of singers.
No. Yeah,
We're three
no.
sisters.
Are you really?
Yes, that's why we
Sisters.
wanted to.
And you've all been working together on this?
Yes, we all belong to the Guild.
How long have you been working on it?
Since Friday.
Well, no,
Oh,
18
working
months
on the
altogether,
blankets, but
but
here since Friday.
since Friday,
wow.
yeah.
And are you relieved now it's all over, or are you disappointed?
Yes.
You're
Well,
relieved.
relieved.
Yeah.
Because it's been
Yeah.
hanging over us.
So you start making baby clothes now again
Something
then?
like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I belong to the Norfolk branch, not the Yorkshire branch. so
Norfolk,
I'm
that's
up
a
from
long
Norfolk.
way away, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got quite a strong branch down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. So they're from all over the country.
Oh,
really.
yes.
Oh yes, yes. There's people here
this
from
weekend from
Wales,
Is there really?
Oh,
Reading,
yes.
you name it.
Yeah.
There's a lady from Spain.
Even one from Spain.
Yes.
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 The dedication and blessing of the blanket, one can't quite give it the full title, I think, which you will perhaps assume after 11 o'clock, but heading towards, if not the biggest in the world. I'm sure you will break that record which exists now, and this great blanket will do the purpose for which you have assembled it. And so we remember finally the people to whom these blankets will go when disassembled, then sent off all around the world to all those charities who are named here, who ask for them, who will receive them with great joy. And you will think, as our summer turns to autumn and our autumn to winter here, of the people who are warmed by these lovely blankets. I go into many old people's homes in our area here and see the value of a knee rug or their beds with blankets on, crocheted or knitted by machine or by hand. And you think of that extended right the way through the world. And it's a wonderful, wonderful thought, isn't it? A little bit of sunshine, a little bit of love has gone from here, or will go from here, all over the world. Marvellous. Well done, all of you. Even if hands are very tired and you're going to sleep the clock round in a few days' time, then it's been worthwhile, I'm quite sure.
I'm Major Chris Wilson, and I'm the second in command of 9 Regiment Army Air Corps, and 9 Regiment occupied Dishforth Airfield, which is where we are at the moment.
That's right, yeah. And your job is to measure this thing?
Yeah, I'm both myself and Steve Westmacott, who is the adjutant of 9 Regiment, are about to measure the blanket to see whether or not we've actually got a world record.
And have you got some figures to work to? You know what it's got to beat?
We certainly know what we have to beat, we're fairly confident that we're going to be able to beat that, certainly.
Great, I hope so anyway.
So do I.
Anyway, thank you for talking to me.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
194 metres.
40. 194 metres, point 40.
Meters, yeah.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Okay.
Before we make any announcement at all, the existing world record for the world's largest blanket is currently 3,492.3 square meters, which equates to 37,592 square feet. We've been through our calculations with a fine-tooth comb. We've had some of the finest brains possibly bring together, and I wish to announce that as a result of our calculations in square feet, you have before you a blanket measuring 186,107.8 square feet, which I believe is possibly a new world record.
On behalf of the Guild, we'd like to thank Gloria, and today we're going to make her a life member of the Guild.
Well, this is it, the world's biggest blanket. It's actually ended up 5 times bigger than the existing record, and that is some achievement.